January 8th is a date forever carved into my memory. That morning, we had said our final goodbye to our dog, and it felt as if the world had lost some of its color. After a quiet trip to the grocery store, we returned home to find the countryside around our house already swallowed by darkness. Griffin stepped out first to bring things inside, and suddenly he froze. "There's a coyote out here," he called out, his voice tight with alarm. I switched on the headlights, expecting a wild animal to bolt, but instead, something small and fragile stepped out from the edge of the driveway. It wasn't a coyote. It was a nearly hairless dog, skin cracked, tongue hanging out, moving with slow, uncertain steps. Seeing the dog like that, alone, trembling, clearly neglected, felt unreal. Without a single word exchanged, we wrapped him in a blanket and carried him inside. He didn't resist. He simply sank into us as if he had been waiting for someone to finally stop and notice him. That night, we did everything we could to find his family. We posted on Nextdoor, Facebook, and community groups. The next morning, I took him to the nearest shelter, praying they would find a microchip. But when they shook their heads, a mix of disappointment and worry swept over me. Days went by without a message, a claim, or even a hopeful phone call. Slowly, the truth became hard to ignore. Maybe he had been abandoned. Maybe someone decided he wasn't worth the effort. The thought made my chest tighten. One evening, Griffin and I stood in the kitchen, quietly taking everything in. We looked at each other, and in that silent moment, both of our eyes filled with tears. Then Griffin whispered the words that instantly felt true to both of us. "Coda sent him." And it truly felt that way. On the very day we lost one companion, another arrived at our door, exhausted, alone, and needing exactly what we still had to give. It didn't feel random. It felt like a message. We named him Dante. We later learned he was a hairless breed, which explained his sensitive skin and missing front teeth. He only has a few back molars. The vet estimated he was around 2 or 3 years old, judging by his energy despite everything he'd been through. And now, Dante's skincare routine puts mine to shame. Sunscreen in the mornings, moisturizers throughout the day, gentle soaps, exfoliating. He practically has his own shelf. Bath time used to be chaos, wiggling, whining, tiny protests. But now, he welcomes it like a full spa treatment. He even lets me massage his paws while he closes his eyes as if drifting off. With each passing day, our bond grows deeper. And sometimes, in those quiet moments, when he rests his head against my chest, I find myself wishing time would slow down. Losing Coda taught us how painful love can be. But Dante is teaching us how just healing it can become. He walked into our lives at the exact moment our hearts were shattered. And simply by being here, he began to piece them back together. If Dante's story touched you, please like, comment, and subscribe. Your support means the world to us.